It was October the 24th, and there I laid, stretched out on the floor, crying and even screaming, furious at God. I was engulfed in emotions and overwhelmed by depression. The tears, the fears, the pain, and the years of disappointment, the brokenness, all came crashing down on me at once. And all I could see was a failure which had become me. See, it was the day before my birthday, and there she stood, the little, black, skinny, broken girl. See, you may know her as the Kydd, but to me, she's the person that I've spent my entire life trying to kill. I hadn't seen her in a while, but that day she stood boldly to tell me. She reminded me of who I was not. See, I was not pretty enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't good enough for him to stay. She told me that I would always be alone, and that no one would ever love me. She whispered, she whispered to my insecurities, and she laughed at my afflictions. Then she reminded me about it. She reminded me about it. He raped me. I trusted him, and I allowed him to come into my home. And he forced himself on me. He forced himself on me inside of me. The thought of him, oh God, the thought of him just makes me, but I said no. I said no. But today, that day has stayed neatly tucked away in a folder labeled "Do Not Disturb" in the back of my mind. But today the Kydd, she wants to come around and she wants to talk about all of the abuse, the holes in the walls, and the threats, the fear of going to sleep, the words that echo in my ear that I will never be enough. About the emptiness that I try so hard to hide. I wish you'd just leave me alone. Why does this kid keep following me today, God? Today you want me to feel like this depression. I got over you a long time ago. But today you're here, then I hear it. I'm doing my best to avoid it, but it keeps calling my name rejection. What do you want? Why are you harassing me? I'm overwhelmed with emotions. Why wouldn't you just let me die? Do you even love me?
On October 25th, when I should have been celebrating my birthday, I was being rushed to the hospital. Why? Because I couldn't breathe. As we traveled to the hospital, I thought it was ironic that just a few hours ago I was begging to die and now I was gasping for my breath. My emotions were all over the place and I still wondered, does God love me? My conclusion, He didn't. He couldn't have. How can pain and suffering be a part of this glorious life He promised me? So as I lay in the hospital with oxygen in my nose, I heard it. God said, I love you this much. As I was being prepared for surgery, He reminded me of 1 Peter 5:10, that after I have suffered a little while, that God Himself would step in, restore me, and make me stronger than ever. Then it all made sense. Every tear I cried, every word I said before Him, and even all of those prayers were all setting me up for this very moment. I was coming out of the ashes. You may be going through in your body and the pain may be overwhelming. Depression may be weighing you down and you feel like God has forgotten you. Suicide may seem like the only way out, but I declare today that you're coming out. The very thing that the enemy thought would take you out is what's going to propel you to your next. That pain that you thought you would not live through is now called victory. No longer will the ashes of your past cover you. The smoke of defeat shall not suffocate you, nor will the fire of tribulation define who you are, for you are coming out. You are coming out of depression, out of low self-esteem. You're coming out of insecurities, out of infidelity. You are coming out of lack and out of illness. You are coming out of the ashes.